We're doing our Eberron Coast campaign. Last time out, which I guess was 2 weeks ago now, the party um, took care of some brief downtime stuff in Winter's Haven before eventually deciding to start asking around about the rumors of the people who have been going missing and stuff. And you were eventually in the chambers for the steward of Winter's Haven, and he told you guys a little bit more about what was going on in Sharn, and so you guys decided to head that way through the Demon Wastes. In the Demon Wastes, you entered a labyrinth of canyons, fought some orcs, spoke with one of them postpartum, or post-mortem, I should say. Um,
After giving birth.
And you've made your way into the city of Sharn after another rest because the city was so big that when you thought you were just about an hour outside the city, it turns out you were actually another half a day away. Upon arriving at Sharn, you guys found that it was pretty much completely deserted. There were geez, come on, brain, doing so good already. Oh yeah, sorry. I was like, I know I wrote this down somewhere. Now I just need to find it. Okay, so as you guys entered Sharn, empty clothes littered the streets and alleyways and abandoned entry rooms throughout the city streets. Um, Shop stalls had rotting food on display. There were signs of livestock having freed themselves and some of them failing to do that. Um, and you guys eventually started following this sound that as you got higher and higher in the city turned out to be laughter. And as you guys reached the highest part of the city, a rather fat man named who called himself Elmayut began talking with you, and he shape changed into a cat-like creature, different from a tabaxi, but something that none of you have encountered before, where he told you that with the help of Mina Toro, one of the night hags of the Demon Wastes, they channeled a demon lord and sacrificed all of the people of Sharn at the same time. And I'm trying to remember exactly how we left off. Basically, we left off with Elmayut gladly welcoming you to his city, and I do believe that he told you that you wouldn't be leaving.
But what if we really want to leave?
I thought the whole point was you're the only person here, so why do you want us not to leave?
The point wasn't to be the only person here. The point is the city is mine.
So why no people?
Had to seize power in the city somehow.
What's the value of a city with nobody in it? It seems like the economy here is completely stalled.
So let me understand. You're so weak, you couldn't take over a city with anyone in it.
Yeah.
Would you like to test that theory?
No. Wait, I feel like you're leading us to yes.
I just stare him down.
Hold on. I have so many economic questions to ask you right now, but I don't think you know anything about how an economy works. Xehanort, are you gonna blink anytime soon?
Why would I do that?
San?
Is it
Why
blinking
don't
or blinking? We really can't tell, can we?
I blink, I go blind.
Oh, that's fair.
why don't you guys roll for initiative?
Oh, you didn't want to play around. Hey, I'm going first.
Hey, I'm not.
What do I get for this?
What can I do?
I'm not going anywhere near first.
I'm going to challenge you for last place.
I'm somewhere in the
Xanalor,
first.
what'd you get?
I meant to do this earlier. 23.
Okay. Stock.
I got a 14.
Okay. Vendi,
A 6.
very stately. Nevis.
It's that bad.
Oh, sorry, I was refilling my coffee.
Hmm.
14. Not a bad roll.
Okay, so Xanalor, you will be up first.
Okay. I am going to cast.
Oh, sorry. I should probably show the screen that we're on, right?
Yeah.
No, we don't need it.
And I kind of need to know if I'm at full health or not at full health or temp HP.
Yes. You're at full health. You have no temporary HP.
So took a long rest. Got it.
I'm going to cast Contagion.
Okay.
And slap him with some slimy doom.
Just looking real quick. Okay. That is a touch spell.
Yeah, you make a melee spell attack.
I'm saying you got to move first.
Oh, I wasn't waiting for the screen. Sorry. I gotta find myself.
South.
10, 15, 20, 25. No! I don't cast Contagion because he's too far away. We were like having a conversation.
We were screaming at each other down the street.
His voice carries very well.
Because even though we're downtown,
Mhm.
voices carry.
Making my
I
way
guessed
downtown.
since I'm this far away, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
A 10 to hit and a 16 to hit. No,
Okay.
wait, 17. 11 and 17.
It appears as though your Eldritch Blast had no effect on him.
That's unusual.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay. Looks like Nevis, you are up.
All right. Seeing as it was 2 weeks, do I know what the creature is, or does Nevis also know what the creature is? Because I heard the R word.
History
Right. You as a player know what this is. Nevis has never encountered one of these before, although you've probably heard of them as they've been like mentioned in the campaign before, briefly.
Okay. Seeing as I'm in the same situation as Xanalor, or I'm too far away to do anything with a melee weapon. Gonna unsling my crossbow and make an attempt to hit him with that.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not good. An 8 to hit.
8 will miss, unfortunately. Yeah. That one, yeah, you accidentally sail the crossbow a little bit wide on that one.
Okay, and then for my bonus attack, try him with the Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Dex save of 17.
Okay. All right. So it appears as though your Sacred Flame has no effect on him.
Did it hit him, or did he pass the save? Or don't I get to...
It did not appear to you that he... how do I describe this in a way that it clues you into the mechanic without... So it appears as though he did not need to save against it.
Okay. And I'm going to move to there.
Okay.
And I'll end my
All
turn.
right. That brings us to Stock. You're up.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, I'm not close enough to hit him with a stick.
Throw it. Throw the stick.
So I'm going to throw a stick at him. I want to use my longbow.
Okay.
And it works better if I get it in the box. I just broke my longbow.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
So
I sure hope it's the string and not the bow itself.
I throw the longbow. Yeah, I want to throw the longbow at him.
Okay. Make a ranged attack with a broken longbow.
Do I get proficiency with this or no?
Do you have the improvised weapon feat?
Nope, martial weapons and simple weapons.
Okay. You do not have proficiency in throwing a longbow, no.
Alright, so I rolled a 16 plus 4 for a total of 20.
That will hit.
Nice.
Okay. What do I roll for this? A d4?
It's gonna be a D4, yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 4 on that. And would I add anything to that?
You know what? That's a good question.
I don't know at this point.
Let me look really quick. I don't think so. I think that wanders into that feat territory.
Yeah, I think so also. I just pulled it up. That's the whole DM's discretion with my magic stick deal.
Right, and this was just a mundane bow.
Yep. So a d4. I rolled a 4.
Okay. All right. So it hits him, but it does not appear to have done any damage.
I've done more than everybody else. At least I broke something.
Okay, so that brings us to
Ricky the Rush.
yeah, that brings us to Elmayut. He's going to stride very confidently but quickly forward.
Hey, buddy.
Okay. He's going to make a claw attack, one at each of you, Nevis and Xanalor. Let's see, against Nevis, that is going to be a miss with a 9. Against Xanalor, that is going to be a 23 to hit.
Just a little bit.
All right, so you take 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Can I stick slap him?
I was worried you were gonna say like 40.
Yes, you would be able to use your reaction to make an attack since he came into your range and stuff.
Alrighty. In that case, I'm gonna actually use my glaive because that has better modifiers. A total of 20.
That will hit.
And I need that one. Wait, is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. So that is 12 slashing damage of magicness.
Okay. That does appear to have hit the mark.
Suck it, Trebek.
Alrighty. That brings us to Vendi.
I don't like how smug this guy is. He seems like he knows something we don't, so I want to cast Dispel Magic on Elmayut
Okay.
at the 3rd level.
Okay. It appears to have no effect.
Guys, his smug level's over 9,000. As I am going to spend my move action while facing him, backing away. So 5, 10, 15. He doesn't understand how the economy works, guys, but he certainly understands magic. That's my turn.
Okay. So with that, it is Xanalor's turn again.
Okay, now I'm gonna give him the Slimy Doom disease. And that is a 18 to hit.
Okay. That will hit.
Okay. So he is poisoned at the end of each of his poisoned turns. Constitution saving throw, and he has to
Okay.
succeed 3 times to not be poisoned.
Okay.
And if it fails all 3, that's what it is. He's poisoned now. Three failures, and then he's diseased.
Okay.
So
All right. I can live with that.
and hopefully I live long enough for this to matter.
Just give me 1 second. Whoops. Okay. Nevis, you are up.
All right. Vendi's attack. What sort of weapon did that involve, or was it a spell?
It was a spell.
Okay. Just trying to build some knowledge here.
Mhm.
If I use Blessing of the Forge, which is a free action, as my
Mhm.
free action to swap out weapons, then what does that entail?
So it's a free.
Because we normally consider swapping out weapons to be a free action. don't
Right.
we?
I would allow you to. You say because you need to swap your crossbow for your warhammer, right?
Yeah, I want to swap out my. Well, right now I have my crossbow, but I actually want to pull out my sword.
Okay.
I tell you what, I can hold off on the blessing, if that makes it easier.
I mean, I think this is the first time this has come up where we're trying to figure out like how many free actions you would get in a turn.
Right, and I don't want to be greedy. I just want to know what I can and can't do.
Yeah, I would say for now, let's just go with the 1 free action per turn. So you'll be able to swap your weapon And I'll have
Okay.
to ruminate a little bit more on that one.
Okay. So then I want to, seeing as I'm up real close, crossbow didn't seem like, well, I couldn't hit with it, so I don't know if it's effective or not, but I want to change out to my sword.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, at the second level, I would like to cast Magic Weapon on it.
Okay. Let me.
That gives it a +1 to attack and damage for an hour. It's a concentration spell.
Okay. Alrighty then.
And then for my main action, I would like to attempt to hit him with it.
Alrighty.
So let me get back to the other screen. Okay, he's right up against me because he obviously took a melee attack against me. So, oh, nice. A 20. So that is, jeez, what does that even hit then? 26?
That'll hit.
Yeah. 26 to hit.
All right.
Find my sword. Yep, that would be a 26. Okay, so double the damage from the weapon. That's 14 with the hammer, or with the sword,
Okay.
and 7 more with the divine smite.
Okay. So that's a total of 21, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So as you swing this sword and you hit him, you feel like you swing it really well, and the cat-like creature in front of you does not appear to be wearing armor, and as you hit it, it like blocks, it like tries to block, and you like slice it across the forearm, and you expect a wound of a certain size to come from a sword, but it almost like flays the skin off of his arm. And looks like it did a considerable amount of damage.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't sure if you meant I just shaved him, or since you said skin, I was wondering if maybe that was worse. Okay, cool. That's all my actions.
All right. Stock, you are up.
All right, Glaven it is.
Glaven.
Total of 20 again.
That will hit.
And that is 9 magic slashing damage.
Oh, I actually hit him with 22. Sorry. I forgot the +1 from the magic weapon.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
And let's go again. That is a 15 to hit.
How much damage was it?
9.
9? Okay. Sorry, did not hear that part.
All good.
And you said a 15?
Correct.
15 will miss.
Alrighty then. And I will stay right there.
Okay. You know what? My bad, guys. I forgot I wanted to switch a token once this started.
Oh, wait. I'm not done yet. I have a bonus action. I just got to take a step forward. So I'm going to do that and then smack him with the back end.
Okay.
I'm retarded. That comes out to a total of 28.
28 will hit.
And apparently Polearm Master got modified because it doesn't have damage anymore. Interesting.
What?
Yeah, the damage for Polearm Master is gone. It used to be there. Unless I'm looking at the... Oh, nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm having a rough day. D4 plus 5. So that is 7 bludgeoning damage of the magical persuasion.
Okay.
Now I'm done.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to Elmayut. He is going to he turns to look at you, Nevis, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ruh-roh.
Damn it. I figured this was going to come into play. Oh, not bad, not bad. Oh, I'm really good at these. That's a 25.
Okay, very good. You resist the effect. You felt you started to feel almost like you looked in his eyes and like you started to see like a fiery intensity, and you could almost feel like his consciousness trying to like dominate your own, but you were able to resist the effect.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I started to melt from the fire in my loins. I felt for him.
Vendi, you're up.
All right, I'm going to cast Conjure Animals, but instead of it being a 3rd level spell, I'm going to cast it a 5th level spell, which allows me to double my output.
Okay.
I would like to choose the CR2 Saber-Toothed Tiger, which would offer me 2 instead of 1, and put them east and south of Ricky the Rakshasa.
Okay.
And then there's
token
that
for
blocks
that.
up already, and I've already added in my Mighty Summoner to their hit points. And for the purposes of their attacks, they count as magical.
Okay. Just looking to see if I have something that I can use for a token.
Did we ever get the token of crinkles that we talked about?
I do not recall talking about that.
That was like right before the first session of this campaign, over a year ago.
No, I don't want that one. We're just going to go with a couple of panthers.
We'll just know that they have sabers. They're sword-carrying panthers.
Yeah. I needed Xanalor, I needed to make a save on his turn, right? Is that what that was?
Yep.
Okay. What's the save again?
Constitution.
Okay. Does a 14 succeed?
Nope.
All right. So what happens then? Just that is
That's
one
what
step
happens.
cord
Yeah.
disease. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Okay, Vendi, where do these? Do you have to roll initiative for these saber-toothed cats?
I believe they act on their own initiative count. Yes. So let me roll the dice and add in their. So it's what I roll plus 2. They have an initiative of 7.
Okay. Alrighty. So, anything else on your turn?
I'd like to try to keep that little piece of poo from going into my pants.
Okay. Best of luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
Xanalor.
Okie-doke. I'm gonna stab him with a booming blade dagger.
Okay.
So that'll be natural 20.
Nice.
So 27 hits. So 9 piercing damage
Okay. That's a. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. I see now. That is a mundane dagger, right? It's not magical.
Correct.
Okay. And it was how much piercing damage? 9, you said? Okay.
And it's wrapped in booming energy until the start of my next turn. If it moves, it'll take some thunder damage.
Okay.
Right? Do I get damage on the first? Oh yeah, I get to roll a d8. Sorry for the. So it's 5th level, or I mean, it's no, it's not. I don't roll 5th level. It's a stupid me. It's not a spell. It's a cantrip. So no, nothing happens until he tries to move.
Okay. So you stab him with the dagger, and you see the booming energy like start to exude around, and instead, like when it gets to the point where it would have wrapped around him, like you're used to seeing that sort of ectoplasmic wisp go around him, it like shatters.
Okay. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. He's going to make an opportunity attack against you.
And he can do that because
Actually, no. Sorry, no, he can't because you hit him.
That's what I was going to ask.
Okay. Then unless there's anything else, Xanalor?
Nope.
All right, Nevis, you're up.
All right. This turn's free action. I would like to invoke Blessing of the Forge on my armor.
Okay.
I will choose to raise my armor class by 1.
Okay.
And then make a melee attack, again with the sword. Another 20. Holy fuck the devil.
Just ruining my encounters.
Oh, only a 3 this time, so 6 damage from the weapon. Oh, ouch. Only 1 from Divine Smite.
Okay.
It was a critical tap.
Yeah, basically. But I got one. I'm starting to feel a little bit more like stock now. I'm happy for that.
The amount of blood that is starting to pour out of this cat creature is it's almost staggering. All right. Anything else, Nevis?
Yeah, I'm checking to see here. Let's go with spiritual weapon for a bonus action at the 2nd level.
Okay.
You said concentration only it gets questioned when
If you cast another concentration spell, you lose concentration on the first one.
Okay, that is not a concentration spell. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm just gonna plop that in there. I think that's the one I used to use. I don't remember what page I left it on.
That's fine. It's a good place for it, I think.
Give you control of that, so you can move it where you wanted to place it.
Actually, I'll move it over here, still within range, so it's not in the way of stock at all.
Okay.
And then make an attack with it.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Only at 15 this time.
Okay.
Which translates to a 24.
That seems to have no effect, as it does connect with him, but it doesn't seem to bother him.
Crap, I shouldn't have blown another 2nd level spell slot. All right, that'll end my turn.
All right, Stock, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, seeing as he's still right there, I'm going to start swinging away.
Okay.
The first one is a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
And that will be a math number.
Yes.
14 slashing damage.
Okay.
Next one will be a 23 to hit
Yes.
for 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And the back end will be a 16 to hit.
Just barely hit.
Ooh. And that will be 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How is he looking?
Looking bloody like he was when he started.
Then why not? Let's do an action surge.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo. Oh wait, I have to check something first. It's been a minute. Okay, I just had to make sure it wasn't a bonus action. That's a 17.
That'll hit.
And that is 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that one is a 25 for 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then back end comes out to a 26.
That'll hit.
And that is 7 bludgeoning.
Jeez. Okay.
I am satisfied with my care.
Alrighty. So next up, you guys hear as there's sort of a like staticky sound and then a pop as another creature shows up in the battle.
It's right behind me, isn't it?
Um, okay. Let's see here. So then up next after that is our Rakshasa. So let's see something real quick. Okay. All right. So you guys see as he disappears in front of you. And then it's going to be the saber-toothed cat's turn.
So I never gave them an order, so it is up to you to decide what they do.
They attack Xanalor.
Xanalor is ravaged. Okay, so they're going to this one is going to move here, and they're going to take up kind of a defensive stance. I'm just kind of basing that off of how a lot of spells, if something isn't given a command, it chooses to defend itself instead. And so they're going to take a defensive stance. They're both going to take the dodge action on this turn.
Okay.
And then that does bring us to Vendilificus.
Oh, who's that guy? I'm going to turn around and make sure that there's nothing behind me.
Okay. You look, and you don't see anything behind you.
All right, cool. But just to be safe, I'm going to take the dodge action as well because I've seen this. Well, I've read this in a lot of manuscripts I've read, where as soon as I look for the bad guy, it turns out he was behind me the whole time, even if I'm looking behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you issuing a command to the cats on this turn?
No, I'm wholly concerned with not having somebody behind me.
Okay. All right. Xanalor, you are up.
Okay.
By the way, does a 19 save?
It will.
Okay. What happens on a save for that spell?
I think he has to get 3 of either.
So is it kind of like death saving throws? He has to either get 3 failures or 3 successes?
Yep, it's a race
Correct.
of 3.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
I have to save that, so I'm not gonna do that. When I Eldritch Blasted him, it seemed like nothing happened.
Correct. Kind of like your booming blade, like when it hit him, it just dissipated.
All right, I'm gonna whip out my crossbow
Okay.
and shoot him with that. I think I'm within 80 feet.
So
probably.
you don't know where he went.
Oh, right. So I'm gonna whip out my crossbow and I'm gonna ready in action.
Okay. So you're holding in action.
Yep.
All right. Nevis.
All right, so Felix the cat disappears from in front of me. Do I notice the other creature in the area yet?
Yes.
Okay. What does this one appear to be? Some sort of demon?
Let me look real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm going to use my bonus action to send the spiritual weapon over there and give him a little try.
Okay.
I can move that thing 20 feet, right, at a time?
Yeah.
The motion, okay. It's on an angle, actually. That's weird. 16 to hit it.
That will actually miss. So the creature that you're looking at, it appears to be female in its gender. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. It looks like it was at one point in time of Fey origins, but that has been quite twisted and contorted at this point. I don't believe that Nevis has seen one of these before either.
All right, another eye opener. Cool. I love that. All right, so then I am going to advance on the creature and make my own melee attack.
Okay.
And that is a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Ouch. A single point of damage from the weapon. And 4 from Divine Smite. That one's going
Okay.
bye-bye. And that was my actions.
Okay. Alrighty. So with that, Stock, you're up.
Alrighty, seeing a new pincushion to go after. 5, 10, 15. Put him within range of all of my stuff with my cat buddies. And I'm going to swing.
Okay.
That is only a 16 to hit on the first one.
That will miss.
That is a 25 on the second. For 11 slashing.
Okay.
And back end is only a 15.
That will also miss.
And I'm done.
Okay. Alrighty. So with that, the horrible twisted creature in front of you begins to speak in like a gravelly, sort of almost a hissing voice that I'm not going to try to replicate. And it says, It says you will not interfere in the work of Elmayut and Mina Toro. You will not leave this place. You will die. And she lashes out with her claws at Nebis. That's only going to be a 10 to hit, so that's going to miss. Alrighty. So then... Let's see here. Alrighty. I gotta roll that save. Okay, that is another success. Okay, the saber-toothed cats are up. This one is going to step up and make an attack against the creature, but this one is going to continue to dodge. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know where Vendy went. Oh, geez, and it's his turn next. Come on, Vendy, man.
Sometimes you gotta boop.
Sometimes you gotta boop.
Can I establish if I can see this thing?
What thing? The other creature?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Would I have seen Nevis swinging?
I'm trying to remember the order of events. I think it popped up before you moved back. No, it didn't. I'd say you can sort of make it out.
More that I know something's there than anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Vendy. Now that you're back, I need you to make one of the saber-toothed cats is going to make an attack, and then once that's done, it is your turn.
All right. So let's just roll a d20. Natural 1.
Okay.
You broke the cat.
Cat's magic.
Magically broke it. All right. So then with that, it is your turn, Vendy.
Okay. I don't like those words that thing is saying. So I'm gonna tell the saber-tooths, go get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check behind me once again.
Okay. You don't see anything behind you.
All right. I still take the dodge action.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Alrighty.
That she didn't give a damn about my armor class.
Magic missile doesn't give a damn about your armor class.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, I have resistance to force damage.
Do you?
From the brooch of shielding. So does that have the?
That does have it, so it goes from 12 to 6.
And I
The opposite of a boner.
still need to make the con save, right?
Yes.
That is 21.
21 will pass. Okay. All right. Next, let's see here. Alrighty. Vendi, you take 9 slashing damage.
I'm dodging, so how
Dodge
did we...
only works against attacks that you can see.
Okay. So I take 9 damage.
As the Rakshasa pops up behind you. And he's going to make a second claw attack. This one will be with disadvantage. Does a... I don't think that's going to hit you. 12?
No.
No? Okay. All right. So, yep, just the 9 slashing damage then.
And now the Constitution saving throw, which is made at advantage. So my first one's a 12.
Okay.
Second one's a natural 1.
You only need to make one of them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Never mind. Sorry, I forgot. You have to roll 1 dice at a time on D&D Beyond, right? Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Just write something down. And then he needs to make that saving throw. That's going to be his 3rd success, Xanilor.
Dang it. Okay. That at least lets me choose what to do next. Save the spell slot.
All right, Vendi, the cats are up. They're going to both make attacks against this other creature. Someone's going to step forward. So go ahead and roll.
Is there any one of them that would have taken a path to make them have to move forward in 20 feet? Because I'm imagining they would be smart enough to take a path to be most effective.
From where they were, there's not really 20 feet to do. What are you? I don't have the stat block pulled up because you said you have it. So what are you talking about?
They have an ability called Pounce. If they move 20 feet straight towards a creature and then attack with its claw, it forces a strength saving throw. If you fail, the creature then goes prone and you get an extra attack.
Okay. How much movement does a panther or a saber-toothed cat have then?
40 feet.
Okay. This one then is going to set up for that.
Okay.
It did not have enough movement to get out 20 to have 20 feet in a straight line to do it. This one is going to make a standard attack.
All right. So then this one will just be the standard claw. That's an 18 plus 5. No,
Okay.
18 plus 6. And it'll do
hit.
12 slashing damage.
Okay.
Counts as magic for the purposes of resistances.
Yes, I do recall you saying that. All right. So that's going to be it for them. Go ahead and take your turn now, Vendi.
All right. I'm going to disengage from the Rakshasa because once again it got behind me. All those books were true. And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And I can't dodge again because disengaging is my main action. So that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Xanilor, you're up.
Okay. So have I seen the dude appear? would I have to make a perception check?
So you were moving in the direction towards the hag, correct?
Correct.
I would say go ahead and make a perception check.
It's a 19.
Okay. You did hear the sound of him slashing at Vendi behind you.
Okay. So is the perception check my action?
No.
Okay. I guess it probably would make a difference. Because I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade, which is a bonus action. And now I got a
Okay.
cool Shadow Sword. I run towards him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
That is a very interesting spell.
I'm going to dash right up to him.
Okay. Alrighty. So that's it for your turn then, correct?
Yes.
All right, Nevis, you are up.
All right. Gonna continue to make my assault on the hag. God damn it. 15 again for the long sword.
That's gonna miss.
And the spiritual weapon misses as well with a 2.
Okay. All right. Any movement?
No.
All right.
No. Stay right here as I believe I would be concentrating on the nearest enemy.
All right, Stock, you're up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna keep hacking and flashing like I'm good at. That's gonna miss on the first one. Next one is a 19
That'll hit.
for a total of 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the back end, thank God it's a magical weapon. I rolled a 1.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Alrighty. Nevis, the creature in front of you is going to try once more to hit you with its claws, and that's going to miss. Xanalor.
Mm-hmm.
Xanalor, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Hooray for advantage. Adequate, maybe? Wisdom. That is a 16.
A 16. Okay. I'm going to send you a whisper.
Oh, good.
Oh, crap.
Don't know if this is good or bad, but probably bad.
I think you've been charmed.
I can't fucking type today.
Maybe he picked the kill me faster spell.
He's just
All
doing the
attacks,
same to you.
all attacks have advantage. Because he wants to die. Okay.
Okay. All right. The cats are up. So this one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 pounce on the other creature. Vendi.
I'm sorry, what was up?
The saber-toothed cats are up. The one that was setting up has moved to pounce.
Okay, sweet deal. So the pounce attack is a 16 plus 6 for 22.
Okay. So that will hit.
And that will start off with 12 slashing damage and need a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Okay. It's probably not going to be super high. Okay. Nope, that is an 8.
So it's knocked prone, and
Okay.
now it gets the bite attack as well. So let's roll that. And the first roll is a natural 20, so I'm not going to bother with the second roll.
Okay. So that's
And
24.
no, that is going to be a D10, so that'd be 15 piercing damage. Because they're two separate attack rolls.
Okay. And then the other saber-toothed cat rolls its attack with advantage.
Yep, but because of the mechanic, it can only do the one attack.
Okay.
And that will be a 12 plus 6 for an 18.
Okay. That will hit.
And then that will be 12 damage.
Okay. And then the two of them are going to back up.
Okay.
And it is your turn, Bendy.
All right. Hard part about being a summoner and putting everything in there is everything you have is a concentration spell, or it takes an hour to do. So instead, I'm going to beast shape.
Okay.
Or wild shape, I believe is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to just can go into a CR1. So I'm going to go in as a wolf.
Okay.
And the wolf has a move speed of 40. I probably
40,
should have put
correct.
this up earlier. Sorry. And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have a friendly person within 5 feet of the enemy, so I would get advantage on this due to pack tactics.
Okay.
And I'm just going to make one attack.
Okay.
Neither will hit because the highest I rolled was a 5.
Okay.
But that's my turn.
All right. Xanalor, you're up.
Do you see I sent you a question?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay.
Let me see.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
Let me I'll copy and paste some relevant text for you here.
Awesome.
Okay, hang on.
You guys aren't picking up on Mom's radio at all, are you?
No.
No, but I'm sure it's banging tunes.
Mm-hmm. Not really. Gone from Don McLean to Billy Joel.
Oh my god, maybe that's how we could beat the Rakshasa, by starting the fire.
No, it's not even a good song like that. It's Longest Time. I think is the tune. I don't know what it is. It's the a cappella one.
Okay. Does the channel only play 80s Billy Joel?
I don't know what she's got it on. I think it's Spotify.
Okay.
I'm going to say bad dog and swing my shadow blade down at the wolf.
Okay.
That is a 13 to hit.
13, I believe, would hit.
I get to roll a lot of these. Sorry. 12 plus 5, 17. I think it's psychic damage.
All right, I'm no longer a wolf.
All right, and then I am going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, still with advantage with Warcaster, to maintain concentration on your spell.
My first one's an 18. My second one's a 23.
Okay, how much damage did you take again?
17.
17. Okay, yeah,
Which
so you
rolls into like 6 carried over.
right. But with the 18, you beat the DC. Anyway, so
That's great, but I rolled a 23.
I'm just saying, even with the 18, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Anything else
celebrate
with
me,
your
okay?
anything else with your turns, Animal?
Nope. That's enough.
All right. Nevis, you're up.
Okay, I assume you said it was my turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, Discord's cutting out a little on me here.
Oh, okay.
Question that I kind of ashamed I didn't think of before, but if I put spiritual weapon on the other side of this other creature, do I get flanking advantage,
Um,
or does it not matter?
I don't think that I would want to play it that way. I think it would need to be like another combatant.
10-4, just asking.
You do have
All right.
advantage on your attacks this turn though because she's prone.
Oh, nice. Let's get a friendly looking die here. That will be an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. All right, that's damn it, only a 1 again. 1 from the weapon, 7 from Divine Smite.
Okay.
All right, does Spiritual Weapon also get advantage on the attack?
Yes, all melee attacks until she stands up.
Okay. Damn. 17.
That will just barely hit.
Nice. 9.
Okay. Alrighty. If there's nothing else, Nevis.
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, Stock, you're up.
Well, seeing as it's prone, I'm going to keep going after it.
Okey-dokey.
Hey, a natural 20 for a total of 30.
Nice.
And 22 slashing damage.
Jesus. Okay.
And again, comes out to a 21 total.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 16 slashing damage.
Okay.
And back end, a 27.
Okay.
And that is, make sure, 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You kill it.
Yay! Now I turn my attention the other direction. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okie dokie.
Inch by inch.
Alrighty, so that one is gone. Don't need to do that anymore. The Rakshasa is up, and he is going to.
See that the hag is gone and start crying like a baby.
No, that's me.
Vendi, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me with advantage?
My first one is an 18 plus 9 for 27. My
So
second
don't-
is a 19.
Okie dokie. Never mind. So the
I see through your plan.
saber-toothed cats are up. They're going to move up there. I do believe that they moved. Okay, so with 40 feet, they're there. They're just kind of collapsing back to you with that threat gone. And they're going to use their actions to still be defensive as they're unsure exactly right now what they're doing next. Vendi, you're up.
All right, I'm not a fan of my teammates hitting me. I don't ever remember Xanalor doing that before. So
I don't
I'm
think
going to cast Dispel Magic on Xanalor.
Okay.
What the hell are you two doing?
Well, Xanalor hit me. So
I know. Why? That's what I'm wondering. Now you got two stupid acts happening.
Hey, for all I know is
Three
Xanalor's
lefts
not
make-
acting over his own free will because he's never hit me before.
3 lefts make a right, but what you guys doing is not right.
It's just the Three Stooges going on over there.
I guess.
Okay, Xanalor, you realize that you were charmed.
Hey,
This fucking guy ain't your friend.
Hey, want to tell me how wrong I am now?
and he made you hit your friend because you thought he was your friend.
Now you fucked up. Now
All
you
right,
fucked up.
Vendi,
You
anything
have
else?
fucked up now. No.
No. All right, Xanalor.
let's Shadow Blade the bad guy.
Okay.
Oh god.
M2. That is a 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
Dang it.
All right. Anything else?
Just look intense.
Looking intensely. Feeling betrayed. All right. Nevis, you're up.
Okay. Seeing the other creature dispatched in front of me, look around. Do I notice the fight going on to the north there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to take the dash action. To get up to where they are. Spiritual weapon is going to have to bring up the rear. It's actually another round for it. But that's all I can do.
All right. Stakino.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hey, look, he's in range. All right. And he's not prone or anything, correct?
Correct.
Then we're going to give myself a fighting spirit.
All right.
Because I want 5 temporary hit points. And advantage on all of my attacks. Alright, the first one is a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
And that comes out to 14 slashing damage.
Okay. Before you roll again, how do you want to do this?
Hey.
I want to cleave him in twain from his testicles to his nose.
Okay. So, as you somehow reach over Xanalor with this glaive and use enough force to cleft him in twixt,
I check myself to make sure I wasn't also
from tip to tail, mind you, or tip to tip, depending on how you want to look at it. The two halves, they like slide like front to back and then cross over each other and fall. so that like both sides with viscera hit the ground, and surprisingly, Elmayut still speaks. And as you see him kind of start to flake away into this sort of sulfurous ash that kind of starts blowing away in the wind as you guys are, thousands of feet in the air, or I should say hundreds, not thousands. Sorry, the city's not that big. And he says, the only thing he says is, when you least expect it.
I just want to say, it sounds like he's talking out both sides of his mouth.
Hey, question, guy. Actually, right now is the moment I least expect it because no one ever says that and then attacks immediately. So now I'm expecting it more, and now even more. Is he still there?
He's not.
And
He's
now
mostly
even
playing.
more.
He has taken off both overcoats and has become 14 imps.
I'm glad that stuck with you.
Hey, Xanalor. I don't think this guy is very keyed into reality.
I mean, he turned into dust.
He also believed that you can own an entire city and not have people in it.
Well, it depends if you came upon it, yourself. Because we now could just own the city because nobody's here to own it.
We could become real estate moguls
I'm gonna write up a deed.
for everything.
Yeah, but we don't have enough people to, notarize the deed saying we actually own it. And they're saying, yeah, I'm cool with this existing.
We'll put up signs.
And there's not enough people here to argue that fact either.
I'm gonna start putting up signs that say "owned by Sam."
This feels a little dirty, guys.
We didn't kill anyone who didn't deserve it.
We can't even guarantee the thing I just killed is dead.
All right. With that, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back at 1:35, and we'll pick up.
Alrighty.
I'm back. Scott, well done with the charm person.
Heard my name. What?
I said, well done with the charm person.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure what was.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah.
But that makes sense.
Unfortunately, it's a first level spell, so like it doesn't give you a lot of depth. You know what I mean? So I think that was a little bit more open to interpretation, like I said.
Yeah.
But no, I thought that was good.
Yeah. I will be right back.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Last of Us Part 2. So good.
We do need to talk about that, but not. I don't think this is the right moment.
Have you finished it, Scott?
Mhm.
Nice.
I think I finished. I want to say it was Monday.
Oh, okay.
Might have
Yeah.
been Sunday. I played a ton last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. No, there's it was yes.
Yep. We we have, we're in a D&D break for like 2 minutes, so.
Mhm.
I definitely want to play it, especially after enjoying the first one so much. Just need to wait.
Wait till it becomes within your budget range.
I just got to make sure there's room in the budget for it
hmm
whenever that happens to be.
Yeah, it's also like what 82 gigs out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should have room for that because I think I'm pretty sure I uninstalled Dirt Rally because Destiny, needed its 500 gigabytes of free space so that it could copy and.
Dirt Rally's like 80 gigs or something, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dirt Rally is the only game I've ever owned that rivals Destiny in fucking space like that.
No, Division 2.
Division 2 is enormous.
I don't think it took up as much hard drive space on my PlayStation as Destiny did.
It's 110.
Maybe not Destiny, but it's enormous.
Like, yeah. I like the reason why I kept Division 2 on my hard drive as long as I did wasn't necessarily because I enjoyed it, because it was 110 gigabytes. And if I ever was going to finish the game, I didn't want to have to re-download it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and then when fun games came around, I was like, okay, cool, I can delete it now.
Okay, I see that we're all present and accounted for. Do you guys want to get moving, or do you want to wait the other 2 minutes?
We can get moving.
I mean, okay.
Okay, so welcome back from break. If we ever had commercials, that's where they would have been. Or art. I actually really like that about like going back and watching the Critical Role streams and stuff. Is like during their break they like show like art and stuff like that. And I thought it was cool.
We don't
no one
have
likes
enough
us that
fans
much
for
though.
that.
We do not.
I have a couple half-drawn things that I never finished.
I have thought on a number of occasions of commissioning like a party portrait for us from someone like on Twitter or something, but ultimately never wound up pulling the trigger because I don't know. I guess we haven't really. It'd be cool to do like kind of like a Jay, like your idea, like the NASA All Stars, where we would do like a Super Smash Brothers Melee kind of thing, but to just do like a NASA All Stars, so like all of our characters are represented. But we would have to probably sit down and really like hash out like things like that descriptive language, yeah. So that way we could make sure that we get it to the artist.
Right.
And then pay them lots of money.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what those things cost.
I mean, what's it like? $40 to see a Star War?
But okay, so you guys are standing on the in the cloud district of Sharn, a couple hundred feet up, several hundred feet up off the ground. The city is now completely silent. No longer do you hear the laughter that led you to Elmayut in the first place. What are you guys doing? What do you want to do? Anything you want to say to each other?
I'm legitimately making signs that say owned by Xanalor. Come visit with Saban.
I'm just going to be pearl clutching and hand wringing the entire time, but not doing anything to stop it.
Is it because the bad guy was actually right behind you?
What's that?
Is it because the bad guy was actually right behind you?
Yeah. I feel like I planted the idea in your head. It's like, yeah, just go invisible and get behind me because that's what I'm concerned with.
You did not do that. Sorry, Nivis, what did you say?
I'm just going to practice for the next time I hear joyous laughter. I'm going to just do this. La 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 la.
I am at Disney.
I start joyously laughing.
You're really quiet, Mike.
Okay, I'm also eating, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hey, so what's there to do for fun in a literally ghost city?
Anything you want? Is there a hill?
Before we get too far away, was there anything on those two creatures that we could look to take? Possible valuable stuff? Any enchanted weapons or anything?
So on Elmayut himself, no, he wasn't wearing any armor. He attacked you with his hands, and it appears as though like you don't see any spell components or anything like that on him. It appears as though his spell casting may be innate, much like your cantrips. But he could do things like become invisible. As far as the other one goes, yes. There are two items of interest. You find a lustrous black gem and a black satchel made of stitched flesh.
I'm gonna poke the sack.
souls.
And it's unclear what the satchel's made of.
Oh, and it's super clear. It's flesh.
Like whose flesh? Because like leather is flesh.
Mm.
All right, so I'll grab the fleshy pouch and open it up.
Soylent Green is people.
Sorry, my mind just went elsewhere. He's grabbing his fleshy pouch.
Xanilor, make a perception investigation check for me, and Nevis, can you make a religion check for me?
I sure can.
Investigation is a 2.
Can I make a sanity check?
In a second.
Okay.
Where's religion? I'm pretty sure I have advantage on it.
I don't know about advantage, but you do have proficiency, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Proficiency. 16.
16. Okay. And Vendi, for flavor, you're going to notice this too. But as you open the bag, Nevis, a incorporeal ectoplasmic mass rises up out of the bag and then just like shoots off into the distance.
Dad?
Was it a flattery?
Casper?
No. Because of your religion check, Nevis, that was an evil soul. It was being held in the bag.
Now it's free.
We just made friends with the BBEG.
Vendi,
Just
go ahead
hold
and
up
make.
I hold up my Bible and I say, "Get behind me, Satan!"
Hey, when we're supposed to be ghost busting, the idea is to get them into jail, not out of it.
Vendi, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
19.
Okay, you managed to cling on to that scrap of sanity that you've been, clutching and wringing for every drop of sanity it's worth.
I'm gonna take one of Xanilor's signs where he says "owned by Xanilor." I'm gonna pick it up, and on the other side of it, I'm gonna write down "I'm expecting it more now."
All right, so now that the soul has left, is there anything else in the bag?
Nope. Empty bag now.
We're really bad Ghostbusters, guys.
Or really?
By the way, with your investigation check, Xanilor, you weren't able to figure out what kind of flesh it was.
I didn't think so.
I toss it to Vendi to see if he'll faint.
I do not catch it. It just falls to my feet. I just kind of look at it. I look at Nevis.
What? You didn't want to touch Nevis's fleshy sack?
The fuck you want me to do with this?
What's of the gem?
I don't think any of you guys would know what this is. I don't even think a religion check would tell you.
We need a creepy old gnome man who makes things.
I wonder if...
If only we knew one of them.
Thank you.
I'll put it in my backpack for safekeeping.
Okay.
The closest we got in gnomes is aloof.
Xanilor, make an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence is a 17. Nope, 16.
Xanilor, there's someone quite close to you that you have some level of contact with who may know what this is.
That's a a
Hello.
very subtle way to
Only you have contact with this individual.
I crack open my journal subtly. And
He's writing more owned by Xanalor signs.
in big motions that look like owned by Xanalor, I'm gonna write out what is this black gem we found.
Okay. Just like writing that in there. Are you including a sketch or anything? I don't know how you typically do this.
I kind of think he's around. I don't-
Okay.
So it's like
So it's just kind of like more
I just
like
assume he knows
Tom Riddle's journal than anything.
yeah, he knows.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. So what do you guys want to do now?
Loot all of the buildings that are owned by Xanalor.
Does anyone need to take a long rest, or should we just start back?
Could use just a short break if
I mean, if this is all Xanalor's, I guess he can put us in the nicest hotel that he just annexed.
can.
Or he could just decide what a hotel is. It's, I guess, his town.
It looks nice.
Xanalor, make a survival check.
Make a check for fancy.
Survival. I don't know if I'm good at that. I'm probably not. 14.
Okay. You think that you could probably find a hotel, but if that's the route that you guys go, it's like 2 hours of wandering this city that no one's ever really been to before while anyone lived there.
It's probably not worth looking around. We'll just take shelter in this building.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, and like right next to it, it says Red Roof Inn.
We'll take shelter in this building
Yeah.
or that
in
one.
the Motel 6. Yeah.
And then right next to it is the Motel 6. And there's the like clothes of Tom Bodette, and on the back of the polo it says, "We'll leave the light on for you."
That was who the evil soul was, if you hadn't figured it out.
It was Tom Bodette.
And we've now gone full Adventure Zone.
That was a whole town of Tom Bodette.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start introducing myself when I meet people as Nevis the Xanalorian.
Xanalorian.
Mm.
Well, the city's called Xanalor, then we're Xanalorians.
Yeah. Nobody will
Yeah,
know where
Corey,
it's at.
we're gonna need to change this on the map. Sharn is a dead city.
It's Xanalor.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Mike, I need a new edition of this map. The Sharn is to be replaced with Xanaloria, and we also need to change Neverwinter Fairhaven to Winter's Haven. Don't know how you're gonna do it, but I know you can.
It'll be
Also, the
done.
Fields of the Dead should have a much nicer name.
No, you don't get to change
Nice is
Xanalor
just a
starts-
relative term.
If Xanalor's grin starts growing, I'm also just gonna run. Because this town may be cursed, their city may be cursed.
It certainly is one of those things where hanging out here, it is pretty spooky, and like, it's one of those things where like, that no one's here, especially now, but like you literally can't help but like look over your shoulder and kind of feel like someone's following you, because that's just what the human mind does.
I'm not human.
I was talking to Nevis stock. Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna pretend that I'm the only one here, and I'm gonna start calling myself the Omega Man.
The Omega Man.
Which, if you guys don't know, it's actually the
I Am
first movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I Am Legend, right?
Yeah.
It's the Charlton Heston version.
Yeah,
I
it's
believe it
also
was.
the original name of the book. Before Will Smith got his hands on it, they decided to change it to sell more copies.
Okay. So you guys are doing a long or short rest?
I only really need a short rest.
I would like a long
What
rest.
time of day is it?
Let's see. Trying to think. You guys arrived roughly midday into Sharn. I'd say it's getting on towards supper.
It doesn't matter. They left the light on for us.
Should we just shelter here for the night then?
Yeah.
Sure,
That sounds
why
like an idea.
By the way, Xanalor, is there going to be a continental breakfast in the morning, or will I have to figure out my own?
I'm still working on getting the people to serve the food.
We're still working on getting people.
Yes, including people to serve the food.
All right, so you guys go into the Motel Motel 6.
Whoa.
I'm not
I
staying
realize
here
there's
now.
hourly wage here.
Everyone knows what motels are really used for. All right, anyways, you go into the Motel 6 where Tom Bodette has left the light on for you. And do you guys go into one room, multiple rooms? Do you just sleep in a big circle in the lobby? What are you doing?
I want to go to the top floor.
Sure, yeah. Highest point in Sharn that you can get, yeah. Okay.
I'll take the first room that doesn't smell like dead things.
Okay. I mean, actually, as you're wandering through Vendi, this high up in the city, there's not like there's no dead people around. The people have vanished. And there's no like left out food or anything like that in like the living areas of this hotel.
Okay. Cool.
Then
I'll put
okay,
a
so
quarter
sorry,
in
are
the
you?
sensor vibrates.
So you guys are taking separate rooms? Your own
Sure.
rooms?
Yeah.
I don't think that's wise.
So Nevis is gonna bunk with Stock.
Yep. I'm gonna find the first room that doesn't smell like regret and poor decisions.
Oh,
You're gonna
You
have to pay more for
you spend 3 hours checking every room in the hotel, and there's always some hint of motel sex.
Whichever one
that.
smells the least like it.
Is there like a Dear Penthouse letter anywhere in here? Because like, Dear Sharn, I never thought this would happen to me.
This whole place is a Dear Sharn House letter.
and then I apologize to Stock because I realized what he's been sniffing this whole time is the black satchel that I picked back up.
Okay, so you guys bed down for a long rest.
I write out more.
Vendi and Xanalor, don't click that button.
Okay, I was gonna say my plan for the rest is to write out more descriptions about the gem I saw.
Okay.
And hope for a response.
I'm going to be sending a whisper to both of you, Vendi and Xanalor. Vendi, yours is second. I'm writing Xanalor's right now.
Okay.
Shouldn't have slept alone. Or not sleep, but yeah.
Journal.
Top question about Motel 6. Does Motel 6 actually leave the light on for you? In fact, Tom Bodette last said, I'm happy to report that you'll still get nothing you don't need at Motel 6, and therefore you won't have to pay for it. I don't need valet parking. If I can drive the old crate 300 miles to the hotel all by myself, I can certainly handle the last 9 feet to the parking space. So I'd like to make the new Motel 6 slogan in this world, do it your effing self.
Those are some long messages.
guess this is why Sam always uses this time to talk about some sponsor or whatever they're shouting out for the week, like Dwarven Forge.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Hey, this week's episode is inspired by. We can't say sponsored by because no one's given us money. Is inspired by Xanalor. Xanalor, take it away.
This week's episode is inspired by me.
Yes.
Because he's in the thing.
So, is this party now going to be referred to as the Xanalorians?
Sure.
I feel like I talk way too much to be a Xanalorian.
We need to go kidnap a small creature, though.
I also can't wear...
I'm not making a Mandalorian joke. I don't know why you are.
I'm not... In past editions of this game, I'm not allowed to have anything metal on me.
I thought maybe you were making a Valerian reference.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you guys have your long rests. Stock and Nevis, you guys can click the long rest button. And you reconvene in the morning in the hotel lobby. Unfortunately, there is no continental breakfast.
Xanalor, one thing I really, really think that I should just suggest for this is you gotta get some new mattresses for that. That was really uncomfortable. I couldn't even get a wink.
I am just the owner, not the manager.
Oh, well, what's the difference right now? You have no employees.
Got him.
One cares about profits.
Ugh. Got a big old knot in my back. Can you work on that?
I have knots in my own back.
Oh, this
I
is
pull
your
out my warhammer and
Wham!
not to Vendi. Yeah, lay down.
All right, cool. I trust this.
Okay, so what are you guys wanting to do? Are you heading back to Winter's Haven? Are you going somewhere else?
Were we going to skip the Demon Wastes on the trip back?
Because we got.
Or were we going to just take the short and direct route?
I mean, I would prefer not going through the Fields of the Dead. It sounds really, really not fun.
Wait, there are fields of dead?
Yeah.
Where?
Northwest of the Demon Waste. Like, let's try to go through the path that has the most optimistic sounding names.
How about the green fields?
I like the green fields.
And then whatever that road is out there.
The Coast Way.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We were going to check out the burgers of Baldur's Gate, too, weren't we?
Yeah, I heard in the Zagat's guide they had some good ones.
Zagat, of course, the famous traveling bard.
Yeah, I believe he known himself as the Bar Bard and raided all the bars in Baldur's Gate.
Not just Baldur's Gate, Vendi.
Oh, hold up, we can't go that way. If we head up along the coast, they go to a place called Warlock's Crypt, and crypts, no thank you.
We can weave around.
Through the Troll Bark Forest? No thank you.
So I think you're stuck here.
Yeah, it does look that way, doesn't it?
The world is kind of messed up right now.
Oh, man.
Let's just explore all of the Demon Wastes. That sounds fun.
No. Please don't. No.
Oh yeah, I forgot you weren't here for that session, Stock. The party really got laid into by those orcs. They were not as easy as the orcs in the Shadow Marches.
I have no idea what
Possibly
orcs you're talking about.
Possibly because we did not have stock.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's
But I think we got the intel right on the demon waste.
I would think so. We got at least more information than they had before, which is good enough for me.
all right. Well, when it comes to driving the car, can somebody else take the first shift? I'd kind of like to have another crack at going to sleep.
Sure, why not? We'll see.
Not
what
easy
all
being
you-
one of the chosen ones, is it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Nevis.
It's not easy being one of the chosen ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for him to fall asleep and then just like nudge him every 5 minutes.
I'd say rude, but I've kind of earned this.
Okay.
All right.
All
Round the demon wastes, I guess we go.
right. So you guys are going through the green fields to pick up the coastway. What's the plan when you get to Baldur's Gate? Are you traveling along the River Cheonthar to get to the Tradeway? Or are you taking a boat from Baldur's Gate to Winter's Haven?
Booze, cruise, booze, cruise,
The
booze,
fastest
cruise.
way would be to take a boat, but I would rather not.
Booze.
Mm.
Okay, first off, we went through the demon waste. We're still alive. I want a booze cruise.
Sobriety cruise, got it.
Hey, Vendi, make an intelligence check for me with advantage.
He's gonna know about our intervention.
The first one's a 21. The second one's a 10.
You just came up with a new idea. Party wagon.
Guys, I need you to sit down. But once you hear this idea, you're gonna be standing right back up anyway. So maybe you should just stay there.
You're on a moving wagon.
Here's the idea though. We need to get people into Xanaloria, right? We need to make it a party city, a tourist destination. What we need to do is get them drunk by the time they come in. So what if we just end up having a little bar in the wagon?
We just put the word fort in front of Xanaloria and it automatically becomes a party place, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like I'm just saying, man. We can make so much money on the wagons to get them to the city to make more money.
But the wagon ride would be days, if not weeks long.
So we're gonna need a lot of booze.
Where's the problem
For a
here?
lot of body bags.
What if instead we just have those around the city? So like they take you from your hotel to the place you're going.
Okay, all right. Xanalor, Vendi, intelligence check. Both of you.
12.
10.
Xanalor, what if instead you put like stops on the way where people could eat food and drink things that aren't alcohol so they didn't die?
That's such a stupid idea. Why do people need to eat? You idiot.
But if the tourists were alive.
Oh, so they wouldn't notice all the dead things in this town anyway?
Vendi, you just had another thought. Party bus bar crawl. $1 billion industry. Billion gold piece industry.
Guys, when did we stop being heroes and started being entrepreneurs? Because I like being an entrepreneur better.
All right, rewrite all the rules right now.
At one point, do you stop being an entrepreneur and start being a mogul?
I feel like the main difference is eccentricism.
Well, you've got that in spades, my friend. All right, so you guys make your way down Sharn through the skylift chairs, back down to the second level, below the cloud cover, and back into the darkness. Really, that is the lower levels of the city of Sharn. And
We'll have
You
to
guys-
move quickly through this part of town.
you guys make your way out of the city back into the verdant green fields of southern regions of the Sword Coasts, or now the Eberron coast. You can see kind of off in the distance that sort of perpetual storm front, it looks like, that kind of hangs over the Demon Wastes as all that volcanic ash it's just basically hangs in the air. And instead, you guys decide to travel west towards the coast. The ride out there is it's a bit like driving through Nebraska. There's hills, and that's it. No real signs of civilization. There's more cows than people. I think Scott's getting offended.
Western Nebraska? Sure, flat, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lincoln, Nebraska? I don't know. I've never been there. There's not enough people.
There's only like one, like the eastern hour of Nebraska is the only thing that's actually
So
looks like a
Sharn,
state.
Sharn is Omaha.
Yeah.
West is Western Nebraska. Got it.
Yes. So yeah, just rolling hills. It's pretty for the first couple hours, and then you're like, okay, we need something different. I want to see the ocean. Vendi, the same thing happens as you're trying to catch some Z's in the back of the wagon. You find yourself kind of waking up in just drenched in sweat, feeling almost less rested than you were when you first tried to start laying down again.
Stupid humidity.
You guys, after about 2 days of travel, make it to the coastway, and about another day later of traveling on the road, you make it to Baldur's Gate. You guys are able.
Quick question though.
Yeah.
Do I take any levels of exhaustion from the unable to sleeping?
You have not either, Xanalor. So you are not taking levels of exhaustion, but you are not gaining the benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Damn. Maybe
So
that's why my ideas are getting more and more crackpotty as we go along.
Slightly duller edged sword than just staying up all night.
I'm definitely going to be journaling about like why I'm not resting and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to try something on myself because it's the first
Okay.
time I'll be able to use a spell from the mark.
Mhm.
I would like to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay. Let me look at something real quick.
It won't work because the condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Right. I just want to look at something really quick too. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't work as you obviously already knew. You feel less sweaty.
Nevis and Stock, you're able to sleep. Yes?
I got no guilt about anything.
Not a problem.
And Nevis, you took that black gem.
Mm-hmm.
Could I see it?
Absolutely. Pull it out of my backpack and hand it to Xanalor.
Do I feel anything?
What are you looking for? Like a rustle in your giblets, or?
I'm trying to investigate whether this might be somehow tied to our lab.
Oh, okay, sure. Why don't you make an Arcana check? Arcana?
Because I have something already on what it is, but Arcana, 5. I'm really bad on.
It's hard to tell. You don't like feel anything coming off. Like it just feels like you're holding this gemstone.
Do you mind if I just hold on to this for the next day, see if anything changes?
No, not a problem.
Okay, so you guys, unless there's any other business that you wanted to address before arriving in Baldur's Gate?
Nope.
No? Okay.
If I could think of any, it's not coming to his brain in his current state.
Okay. All right. So as you arrive in Baldur's Gate, I don't think Nevis, you probably haven't been to Baldur's Gate. Xanalor, I don't know about you. Bendy, you might have been here, as you vagabonded your way across the Sword Coast. Stock, I don't believe you would have been to Baldur's. I don't think you've made it this far south.
Nope.
In this particular city, but so Baldur's Gate is a very kind of industrialized city compared to Winter's Haven and Waterdeep. The streets are incredibly narrow. There is no, you're not able to ride your wagon. As a matter of fact, wagons are not permitted on the streets. So basically what happens is as you guys enter Baldur's Gate, you see like merchant wagons and things like that get unloaded onto like hand carts. And those hand carts are taken to like to the other parts of the city where by Teamsters, where they're put onto more wagons and things like that. You guys as players will probably remember this process a bit from the Horde of the Dragon Queen. But
we lost an egg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you guys are you're able to we'll say for a gold piece or 10 silver secure a ship for passage with your wagon and horse loaded on it and all of your stuff, with relatively few tag-alongs from Baldur's Gate to Winter's Haven.
As we do that, I would like to go to our discount liquor depot and buy 30 gold worth of liquor.
Okay.
But before we get on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask around for people who like looking for work who
Okay.
would be willing to build a road from the coastway to Xanaloria.
Okay, sure. I see what you're saying.
And how much that might cost.
So that is that's going to be quite costly. Usually these kinds of things are taken on by like guilds and our collaborations like between two kingdoms in order to make sure that the cost of doing such a thing is offset by the profit between the two nations, kind of thing.
Are there desperate people?
There are certainly desperate people in Baldur's Gate. There are fewer than you would imagine in a city so industrialized. Part of that is thanks to Vendi's efforts in getting advanced agricultural techniques started up in Eberron Coast. Many of those people who at one point in time resorted to crime because they didn't have any other options were essentially given an education for free and were able to not have to steal things in order to survive. Bendy, you're a little surprised that that effect seems to have rippled as far out as Baldur's Gate, but it seems like the various city guilds kind of latched onto that idea and saw how just how much better off it was for the city itself when you could actually turn the land around it into profitable farming land and have people working it.
Man, my ideas are so much better when I've had sleep.
You might not get fired from this job.
And so you are able to find some people who are pretty desperate, Xanalor.
I have a
You're
silver tongue.
what's that?
And I have a silver tongue.
You do have a silver tongue, yeah.
And he also punches friends.
So what are you pitching? How much are you paying?
I'm pitching to people looking to start a new life you
Mhm.
the chance to be, business, like you can run your own business and build a new life, and the price for basically stake and ownership of or being able to like rent land is building a road.
Okay.
Something like that.
Sure. Okay. Are you paying these people anything, or basically you're convincing them that it's in their best interest to build this road?
I'll pay.
So
I'll pay some. I
okay.
don't do it though.
So you don't want to do it?
I don't want to overdo it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, tell you what. Why don't you tell me how much gold you're willing to throw at this, and I will figure out and tell you how many people throw themselves at this.
For just the building the road part. Let's say, is there like a materials cost?
Tell you what. Why don't we talk about this
We'll talk about it.
later? Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, you guys secure a boat, 30 gold pieces worth of booze that is not lousy. You you have there are a few people on the boat who aren't you guys. It was unless you guys want to pay more to have it just be you guys. Okay. But yeah, there's probably about
In this economy, no, thank you.
there's like 6 people. No, that's a lot. There's like 4 people on the boat who aren't you guys. That aren't members of the crew that also like paid for passage.
And if
Um,
we eye them up and down, what do we ascertain from them?
so based on what you've seen on them and in that stuff that was loaded into the cargo hold of the ship, they appear to be merchants. Vendi, you actually grow kind of close to one of them over the course of the trip because he's a wine merchant.
So,
Um,
how would you like to get into the ground floor of an upstart, surefire hit business?
When you give him these opportunities, he's going to take it.
yeah. So the guy's name, Vendi, is Cornelius Trier, or sorry, Tyrer. Let me.
Can I call you Neil?
What's the business that you're trying to?
The road bar. So imagine this. It is a mobile bar that can take you to party spots all throughout the Eberron coast. Like maybe the new awesome party city of Xanaloria.
I have no idea where that is, but I am interested. So essentially, what you're telling me is that if I give you some money, you will stock these party wagons and stops with my wine.
So here's the deal: is I'm more the middleman of this. The
Mm-hmm.
person you need to talk to. You see that guy over there where you can't tell if he's blinking or winking?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is president of Xanaloria Industries, and he's the person that can really get you a foothold in this new business enterprise.
This wine doesn't happen to have the name or the word rain in it anywhere, does it?
I don't follow.
Crisp and rain.
Possibly. Yes.
Why does that sound familiar? What's that from?
What is it from? Oh,
Holy shit, dude.
So Aaron, back when he was
Oh
Playing the
yeah.
part.
Oh my God.
That's why I laughed.
Oh shit. I forgot all about that.
Can we redact this so it's a half orc bard?
Retcon right now.
No, we're gonna retcon it as far as saying yes, he is selling Crispin Rain. Okay, so Xanalor, this guy who's dressed very much like a merchant, um, kind of a middle-aged human gentleman, walks up to you and he says, the squirrely guy over there said that you are trying to start up a business.
I'm trying to start a city.
Okay, is that why he said what is Xanaloria?
Xanaloria is a new city, being built
Hmm.
in the bones of an old city.
Yeah, what old city might that be?
Have you heard of Sharn?
Yeah. What about the people there? Aren't they going to be a little pissed?
Shouldn't have had boots on. That's the best part. There are no people.
He gets like you see. Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
It's not good. 7.
Okay. You still notice all the color like drain from his face. Um.
Xanalor,
Oh.
tell him that if you can find someone that gives you a bad review, you will accept that.
We came upon the city and it had been abandoned or something. There were no people left. So I staked a claim, and it is now my city, and I'm looking to sort of restart it. And yes, I've a lot of plans.
So you're calling it Xanaloria?
Mhm.
Does that make you Xanalori?
How dare you?
It's Santa Loro.
Xanalora.
I look like a woman?
I
Just Xanalor.
sorry. Okay. Yes. I'm
thought it
sorry.
was the nickname
I'm
the entire
Cornelius Tyber, by the way. I am a traveling merchant. I sell Crispin Rain wine. It's growing quite popular in the Eberron coast. Have you thought so you're calling it Xanaloria? Have you thought of maybe like Sharn 2 or Neo Sharn?
I don't want people to be sort of put off by there's a city and other people disappeared, and that whole vibe. So I want to start fresh.
So what you're telling me is you won't introduce yourself to someone who comes up to you right away, but you're going to name a city after yourself.
I'm not keen on boats, so I'm not myself.
Okay, that's fair. Not everyone has their sea legs or can find them. Okay, but so what is this? What is this business that the squirrely guy is talking about?
In the background, I've wild shaped into a squirrel.
Basically, he's concerned with getting people from Baldur's Gate to our new city.
I think you're getting more than just people from Baldur's Gate. There were thousands of people living in Sharn. Hundreds of thousands, actually.
That'll be kind of the direction that people will come from. They'll come into the ports of Baldur's Gate and then take the road to Xanaloria.
What road?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So, I guess I'm just confused now at this point. Where do I fit in all this?
What do you do, a wine salesman?
He said something about needing my wine for something, and
Yes.
to be
Okay.
honest, he was a little excited. I couldn't follow.
Idea is about serving people alcohol and making the trip part of the adventure and the fun.
Hmm.
So it's like a good time wagon.
Sure.
trip.
Yeah. No, that actually sounds rather
What's that?
enjoyable.
Ah.
Sounds like a land-based booze cruise.
Something like that. Yes.
um. Well, what do I need to do to get my foot in
I
this
can't hear you.
particular door? What happened?
Be willing to actually do it, and if you can tell your friends or people who might have interest in other businesses, perhaps in a new city, it'll be essentially a city without rules. So come up with what you will, and I will see to it if it's profitable or for the good of the city.
Okay. So I know this boat is scheduled for stops in Waterdeep and Winter's Haven. Where are you all getting off at?
Winter's Haven's usually where we get off.
Okay. I'm actually heading to Winter's Haven myself. I'm planning on staying probably at least a 10-day, perhaps two, depends on how well business goes while I'm there. Um, I guess if you get more information or if you want to meet up and talk about more specifics, just um, I'll probably be reachable through the Merchants Guild.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys start some very interesting endeavors in this campaign. I like that you guys are really like just playing in the sandbox that's been given.
That's what
What
sandbox
else are you
is.
supposed to do with the sandbox?
Gosh,
Build castles.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
hell
doing that right now with the booze cruise.
yeah.
Clean out the cat shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's sorry. Oh man, so kind of out of game for a second here. So like, there's a lot of families that have recently moved into the apartment complex here, and I see their children digging regularly in the volleyball court over here, and I cringe and gag a bit every time I see it because I've also seen cats using it. Yes, leptospirosis, not a problem at all. No, just like that damn COVID. All right. So over the course of about a 10-day, a little bit less given favorable winds. The stormy season is kind of coming more to a close, and so it's the ship's able to unfurl the sails a bit more. And you guys arrive in Winter's Haven.
Somewhere along the journey,
Yeah,
after he's had it for a while, I would like to strike up a conversation with Xanalor over the gem, and
sure.
if there's anything he's been able to figure out.
Yeah.
Have I noticed anything?
No.
Still okay. No, I still haven't been able to, feel rested and recovered.
So you asked if Stock and I were sleeping all right. I assume that means that you at least are not. And
Well, I don't sleep at all, but I haven't been feeling rested in the morning the way I
recover.
normally would.
Okay, so obviously you thought this gem might have something to do with that.
Yes, it was a suspicion that maybe it sort of protected you, like protected the holder maybe from some outside force that's latched onto us.
Hmm. So actually, you thought that it was really an effect that was uh, towards me instead of from the stone toward you.
That was my theory.
Hmm. Well, I can't recall any differences on this journey so far, whether from having it or not having it. I'm at a loss.
We'll have to stop and see some sort of magic healer when we get back.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, speaking out of game for a second, I'm thinking the fact that we don't get the effects granted by a long rest, that also means that I can't change out my spells.
Or
Um.
I was gonna say, or if I can get my spell slots back.
So you are not able to get your spell slots back, Xanalor. Vendi, let me look into that after the session.
No, because I believe the verbiage here is at the completion of a long rest, and since I can't complete one, I can't change out spells.
Yeah, I'll look into it a little bit more. I'll give you an official answer. Kind of Vendi, one of the first evenings of the booze cruise. What would Vendi's drink du jour be?
It'd probably be just like a corn mash. Something
So-
very, very, very simple.
Yeah.
He's going for effectiveness, not necessarily for enjoyment.
Okay. All right. So you you wind up, you start out with a tankard, 2 tankards, feeling pretty good. 3 tankards, starting to get a little punchy. Not sleepy yet though. 4
So no
tankards.
different.
Yeah. 4 tankards, you start feeling the earth spinning and the boat moving and the moon pulling on the water and the moon pulling on you.
And I'm going to make that Constitution saving throw to avoid throwing up now. That's a 13.
All right, you're able to hold it in, which is good because you haven't gotten to your goal yet. It's like 5 tankards deep, and
Just for the record, that'd probably be enough to kill me in real life.
And you start wondering after Cornelius called you squirrely, you start wondering if instead of just wild shaping into a squirrel, if it would be possible to just have a squirrel's tail, because like that would be really comfortable to sleep on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It
You could
would
use
be.
it as a blanket. You could use it at both. Hell, you're a big guy, so like that's a pretty big tail, right? Because squirrels' tails are huge compared to their bodies. There's a lot of fucking tail. That's a lot of fluff.
Just like what the story's getting right now.
And Stock, Xanalor, and Nevis, you guys all hear this from Vendi multiple times. But then eventually, Vendi, you do begin to get sleepy and fall asleep, and it's still that same restless tossing, turning, waking up multiple times, a couple times to throw up from all the corn mash, and you start hearing the sounds of the the gulls in the morning as they circle the boat, and still just not rested.
Great, now I'm not rested and I have a hangover.
I do think that the hangover was foreseeable. So you're not going to feel terribly rested when you go to bed due to.
Look, if you're gonna say that you told me so, can you at least wait for a few hours or put something so the sun's not in my eyes?
All right. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to do, talk about, accomplish during the booze cruise?
Guys, I'm beginning to think that this booze cruise isn't such a good idea. Ugh.
I'm just staying in the middle of the boat as long as possible.
Sorry, false alarm.
Nope, I've just been sitting back watching the shit show the whole time.
Okay.
Does anybody have some water?
Yes, just look over the edge.
I was
You're
gonna
an
say the same
asshole.
thing.
How about potable water?
Anything's
You've-
potable.
You've got some
Oh,
potent potables.
This is what I want to tell you, disembodied voice.
But you don't want potent potables?
No, not at the moment.
All right. So I guess without much more ado, you guys arrive in Winter's Haven. The air is cooler and crisp, as the air in Winter's Haven typically is, when even compared to Waterdeep. And you guys, you make your way back to the Breeze home. One of you, I don't know, someone takes the horse and the wagon to Albrecht's Bazaar, so that it can be tended to. Again, this was the wagon that was gifted to you essentially by the Mages College of Neverwinter. Xanalor, there's a note pinned to the door addressed to you.
What did I do?
It looks like as you pull it off the door, on the back is like the seal used by the Mages College of Neverwinter, but you recognize that it's not Varen's specific seal, the seal of the headmaster. You know, open it up. So it is it's basically just a small note. It says, Xanalor, I was looking to find you. You weren't in. I will check back at another time. Hope you're well and that we can have a talk. And it's signed Eric, which I do believe is the name of that I gave the first time. But if it isn't, that's his name now.
Yep.
But other than that, the Breeze home is in good condition. Some of the obviously, like I said, the food stores are not being filled by the city of Winter's Haven anymore. So some of the less long shelf life things have started to turn, but your preserved meats and things like that are still doing well. So there is some food. The place there's a little bit of like a film of dust. It's been roughly 10 days since you were here. And so is there anything that you guys want to do now that you're back in Winter's Haven?
Let's see if sleeping in my own bed does anything.
Okay.
I want to go see someone like a healer person.
Okay.
To see about the rest.
Yeah. Okay. So Vendi, you sleep in your own bed and it still isn't really getting it done.
Oh, I gotta get a new bed.
Xanalor, you head towards Where would you look in Winter's Haven?
In the Blue Lake District is the rich people land, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in the Blue Lake District, to well, actually, no, I shouldn't do that. The opposite of that. I'm gonna go into the Fairhaven side,
Okay.
and I don't know if I just ask around.
Okay. Why don't you
Yeah,
make a investigation check for me?
one.
Okay. You ask around. It winds up taking you pretty much the entire day. You've tried asking several different ways. At one point, you start to wonder, are you speaking the same language as these people? But eventually, you wind up just kind of stumbling on your own into a like a I guess it'd be a church of sorts, where clerics are working, healing people. As you walk in, it's mostly it's mostly elderly people with various diseases and afflictions. There are some younger folk in there. There's like a it looks like he might be a fur trapper who was hurt on the job in some way. There's a couple of farm hands who are also injured from their work. They're being healed, and you eventually come to kind of an older, like a pretty old human man. His face is very aged and wrinkled. Not sun worn so much as it looks like he spent most of his life in the church. Um, and he's looks like he's just kind of overseeing some things. There's it's like ledgers of sorts that he's writing in and things like that. It doesn't seem as though he's tracking like money in and out so much as like work being done.
Excuse me, sir.
He looks up. He says, "Oh, I don't think I've seen your face before. What's what can the clerics of um, Bahamut do for you?" I could not think of a deity.
And I seem to be having, despite all efforts, I can't seem to sleep or rest. And I think there's something afflicting me.
Are you getting exercise?
More than enough.
Have you tried any herbal remedies, like a valerian root or?
I'm not really familiar with many herbal remedies.
I guess I suppose I should. Is would you be comfortable explaining a bit more about your affliction? Maybe I can help better.
I went to a city that was completely abandoned and fought a crazy monster. And then we slept there in the city, and me and my friend haven't been able to sleep.
Um,
The
was it just?
the monster turned to dust when we killed it, and said he'd come back for us. And I don't know if that explains it.
Um, was it just you and your friend who fought this monster?
There were two others, and they're fine.
What what was different from them fighting this monster than the two of you?
Um, I might have to ask them. I thought he was my friend for like 12 seconds.
It's likely some sort of curse. Um, it would take a little bit of time to determine which. Um, being able to get more information from your compatriots may help expedite that. Um, there will be some material components that will need to be used, so there will be a small cost to you to identify and cure this affliction.
Sure.
Um, so whenever you're ready, we'll be here.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll go back and tell that to Vendi.
Okay.
Who I assume is rolling in bed.
Mm-hmm. With nice little sweat stains right where my imprint is.
I may have a solution. Did you notice anything happen differently during the fight to us that didn't happen to Nevis or Stock?
To be completely honest, I was too busy making sure nothing was behind me in order to look at what was ahead of me.
Did he hit you?
Yeah, he was behind me. Dude,
And-
how
And did he hit Nevis and Stock? I had assumed so.
I well,
Did
I
he
can
trick,
tell you he hit me. I
Did
had
he-
no idea he hit you.
did he trick you at all?
Yeah, he was behind me.
No, I mean like how I hit you.
I feel like he tried to. And I was all like, nah, dude. He'd be like, hey, it wouldn't be cool if you did this. And I was just like, nah, dude.
Okay. Well, there's a cleric I talked to in the Haven side of town.
Then you didn't immediately burn up upon crossing the threshold into their domicile?
Wait, what?
I don't know, I just never would have taken you as walking into a cleric's place before.
I'm not sure how to. I don't understand.
Oh, finally, something that you don't understand. No, sorry, it's the lack of sleep getting to me. Yeah, I can't tell you anything about the other two, but yeah, I got it. There's a nice little claw on my side. See, right here.
I'm gonna try to find Nevis and Stock and ask them if.
Okay. Stock and Nevis, what have you guys been up to since arriving in Winter's Haven again?
Not really.
Well,
Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
this part cut out on me. But I was going to go with Xanalor, but that's fine. We'll just keep it the way it was.
Oh, okay.
Just hanging out.
Okay. Stock, what are you doing in Winter's Haven? Is there anything that you were like your unnamed adventuring guild or anything like that?
Yeah, I was gonna go see what the minions have been up to.
Okay. I need to look real quick. Oh yeah, okay. So I need to pull something up real quick.
Didn't we have a female orc with us at one point in time too?
We told her to come here. She was gonna join Stock's thing, hopefully.
Okay. So Stock, you wanted to. You were telling me that you wanted to send members of your guild to the Eldine Reaches to discern the intentions of the elves, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. So there's gonna be it's gonna cost like let's say 50 gold pieces for their trip and like making contact with in a peaceful manner these elves. Um, the orc was it Raythene, I think was her name.
Something like that.
She is there actually. She did come. You guys were gone for quite a while, so she tells you Stock. Oh yeah, it is Raythene. Um, she tells you that initially she wasn't going to come. She just kind of made her way north along the tradeway and eventually found herself, in Winter's Haven, and also just kind of one day found herself standing in front of your guild, and figured that that was probably, a sign. And so she decided to hang out. She has gotten to know a little bit. They kind of just arrived recently. The rest of your guild. You find out. I need to give me 1 second here to get the name right. Okay. So they determined that the elves are wanting to keep to themselves. They are not looking to, like they haven't established trade or anything like that with any of the um, uh, like major cities or hubs in the Eberron coast. So they kind of want to keep themselves and be left alone. They're essentially building an elven mecca, and they're referring to themselves as the Rylay dynasty.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's basically all the information they were able to gather.
Okay.
All right. So Xanilor, you had business with Stock and Nevis, right?
Yep. Nevis, Stock. I went to see a cleric in the Haven side of Winter's Haven, who suggested maybe something happened during our fight that affected Vendi and I different from the two of you. And so I was wondering, did Elmayut actually claw you?
You saying, did the freaky cat man lay hands on me? That's a hell no.
That's what I was asking, yes.
You know what? I don't remember right now. There was something about force damage, and I had thought that only the hag had hit me because I only got 1 point or one instance of damage.
So maybe that is what happened, is Vendi and I were scratched and something was transmitted.
Yeah, 'cause if he'd have hit me with his claws, that would have been slashing damage. It would not have had the same effect. So I wonder if it was the hag and her missile attack. So yeah, it's quite possible that Elmayut never touched me.
If you ever see one of those again, Stay far away.
Have you met me? If I see another one of those, I'm killing it on the site.
If you can do it in one blow, more power to you.
Okay, I have a quest to become a god now. Got it.
Oh my. Okay.
And that's how he created the big bad evil.
So what does that mean? That if he actually put, like, he had direct contact on you two instead and not us two, what are
That's
you afflicted with?
he said some sort of curse.
Damn.
I'm not familiar with those kinds of things, so I can't say if that's how those are normally transmitted.
Well, my cleric class does not allow me to remove curses, and lesser restoration does nothing for a curse, as far as I understand.
If I recall, Vendi did try a couple spells like that.
Ah, well then, I'm sorry for not being able to help you any further.
No. The cleric I met, I believe, can help. I was more trying to understand what happened to us.
Well, I think you're on the right track.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Vendi.
Okay.
And
The bed is even sweatier now.
disgusting. And take it with me to the cleric.
Okay.
I'll just do that on the way back. The other thing. So we're gonna go get better.
I like better. So
If you don't mind, this time I would like to go, as a somewhat of a student of religions, I would like to
Yes.
maybe get some insight into this group and see how
Right.
we work together possibly.
I'll tag along. This could be interesting.
Perhaps
is it gonna
we can
hurt?
teach you something to help us in the future.
Yep.
No,
Okay.
for real, Zenlord, is this going to hurt?
Yes, very, very much.
All right. So you guys, you make your way over to the former Fairhaven side of Winter's Haven. Zanalor is able to, since he found it the first time, able to lead you guys back to the Temple of Bahamut.
Take the exact circuitous route to get there because that's
the person that you spoke with, his name is Bishop Carpenter.
First name John.
Actually, wait, no, I'm going to save that one because I wrote next to that Bishop Carpenter is of neither vocation. Cardinal Tarek.
Cardinal.
I'm giving you. I really can't type. That's his name and his title. He says he welcomes you back. He says you've returned, hopefully with a bit more information, and you're ready for the process.
Yes, this is my friend Evander, who was also afflicted, and this is Nevis, who's also a cleric, a bit different from you, but he was there as well, and he is not. affected.
Cardinal Tarek looks you over, Nevis. He says, I sense the goodness of you and the one you follow, but who is it that you worship, cleric?
My deity is Hephaestus.
Yes. Well, very well.
Can I go to sleep now?
He's been insufferable.
And then I got disease.
Yes. Then the affliction, yeah.
It's going to cost 5 gold pieces each to figure out what it is that's afflicting you. It does seem to be a curse. I need to cast a spell you may be familiar with, identify, to see if I can determine anything else about it.
Toss him my 5.
All right. So he takes some time. It takes he casts them. It takes essentially like the same time as a ritual. And he casts it on both of you. You feel a kind of like a fuzzy, almost like a TV static kind of feeling, like when your leg falls asleep. And he says to you, after kind of thinking on what had happened, well, it seems that there is in fact a curse afflicting you. It was not put in place by any spell that was cast. This is sort of an
I wish I would found the rest of that spell.
it's only sort of an older source type of magic, not linked to the arcane, but instead something more primeval.
So you fixed it and I can go to sleep now?
Not quite yet, unfortunately. I can remove the curse. However, it's going to require
Your death. Sorry.
that'll be an 115 gold pieces each. It requires quite a large quantity of diamond dust to perform this task.
Pennies. Here you go.
He seems kind of reeling at the thought that 115 gold pieces, which would normally mean that people who come to him for care just continue to waste from the affliction that they've incurred. That's pennies to you is rather staggering to a man who has devoted his life to what he has.
Insight check.
Okay.
On me or on him?
No, on him.
Oh.
Because, asking for payment before the action seems really weird to me.
Okay.
25.
25. Okay. I'll send you a whisper.
On the guy that's going to curse me hard. I just realized I've been spelling Bahamut wrong in my notes for 3 years.
Were you spelling it Bahamut?
I don't know. Yes, Bahamut. Yes.
Yep.
I thought everyone was worshiping the Bahamut, and I was very confused.
Yep. Who let the rolls out? Who let the rolls out?
I mean, I know they had a hit, but
Wiki.io. Oh man, that brought me back to like 4th grade right there.
brought me back to every single sporting event I've ever been to.
Well, yeah, because Nebraska's never gotten past 2003.
No, Nebraska never got past the 80s. You should hear their pregame music.
Is it just a whole bunch of 70s Billy Joel?
I I think there's a Billy Joel song in the mix. There's some Journey, and that one song that I can't remember right now. That's also very early '80s.
Oh, it's so fun having subscription-based religions in this game.
He sent you a link that went to you have to pay.
So instead, I will show the 115 gold pieces,
Hmm.
and I'll look to him and goes like, "I'm only paying if this actually works."
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, and now we just came up with escrow accounts.
So this one is much quicker. He he takes the diamond dust that's required, and uses it to create sort of like a circle. He places like some herbs, like some sage kind of things in there. You see him close his eyes and begin the incantation as he holds his hands over the components. His holy symbol on his neck. You see it start to glow, and the dust and the sage disappear, and you see it kind of like raise up as like light into his hands, and he places his hands on you, Xanalor, and you feel like a very warm kind of positive energy spread through you from that point, and that ends very quickly, and you feel better. Um,
I think it works, Vendy.
Well, go to sleep and then tell me it works.
but Cardinal Tarek, he said, if you would prefer, sir, you could come back tomorrow to make sure that the treatment has worked on your friend.
Vendy, he's talking to you.
Well, there's so many pronouns without antecedents there. I'm not sure what he's actually saying.
No one has introduced themselves, so I'm going with what I've got.
I have the
Okay.
tendency not to introduce myself unless I know the person's important.
So how about this? You fix me now. I and my money sleep here tonight, and if it works, then I leave and the money stays.
It's rather unorthodox, but as you've shown me that you do have the money, I suppose I will allow it. So he
Oh, thank you so much for allowing this. I know you don't usually get to do this procedure because they can't pay to begin with.
it's a
Sorry,
lot of shade at the church.
have I told you it's been 3 weeks since I last slept?
So he does the same thing. He sets out the diamond dust in a circle with the sage in the middle, begins his incantation. The holy symbol begins glowing as the dust and the sage is reduced into like light that goes into his hands. He places his hands on you, and you feel better.
I'll determine if I feel better. I fall asleep in a pew.
Better.
It happens almost immediately.
See you guys in 6 to 8 hours. There's a surface going on. I'm just still.
You wake up the next day, Vendy, and someone has placed like a blanket over you and folded up another one and placed it under your head. But you wake up and you've had a long rest. Xanalor, you're no longer afflicted with those. I guess really for both of you, you're no longer afflicted with those nightmares and horrible images and thoughts. and you are both able to get a long rest. And unless there's anything that you guys want to do regarding that as far as roleplay goes, that's pretty much all I've got for this week.
There's just one thing I want to do. That's
Deal.
okay. I'm gonna go buy a leather journal,
Okay.
like a leather-bound journal,
Mhm.
And go to a leather worker and have it like have a symbol embossed on it.
Okay.
That's what I had embossed on my journal.
Okay.
That's some sort of like outspread bat wings and a sun and moon, like a
Yeah.
sun up, moon on
Okay.
bottom. X.
All right. So it's gonna be 2 copper for the journal and 5 silver for the leather worker.
5 copper, 5 silver, 2 copper.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Done.
All right.
I want to. No, I'm gonna hold on to it because I don't want it to be without context.
Okay.
When it comes down towards actually getting sleep,
Mhm.
I'm going to pay for services rendered, and then I'm also going to pay an extra 115, and say it's like the next time somebody needs it and they can't pay, now they have.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
That's the button I need to click. 28.
Okay.
Additionally, I owe Sibo Reese an additional 800 gold.
Okay.
Which is great because that'll bring me down to 35 gold remaining.
Oh God.
Turns out the prices at the Motel 6. Insane.
Does that mean I get some of your money?
Maybe I should have a few more nights of sleep before we make that joke, Zan.
Okay. All right. So you're going to visit Sibo.
Yep.
Okay. Was it more than just the one thing that you purchased from him?
Nope. It was just the gift to stock.
Okay. All right. So, are you going on your own? Is anyone going with Vendi to Sibo?
I'd want to go
Nope.
with Sibo.
I'll go with the checkup on.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think because I forgot to check behind me, and then I go, it's like, hey, do you got that gift for stock? I look around, it's like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah. So you guys head over to the Mages College. As you guys are walking through, Xanilor, you actually catch a glimpse of Eric at the college. He gives you kind of like a knowing nod. And you guys make your way, you're guided, I should say, to the teleportation circle to go to Sibo's. You step through, and you're in the upper chamber in Sibo's tower. Upon making your way down, Sibo is he's actually having tea with .com standing diligently at his side.
Hey, Sivo. Remember that agreement that we made before we went out to Sharn, and you probably got it done, and then we didn't come for a while, but we're here now.
Yes.
I'm here with the second half of my payment so I can pick it up.
Oh, fantastic! It's finished.
Great. Where is it?
He digs it out. It is it's probably a 1.5 foot long box, about 8 inches tall, like 10 inches deep. So it's a pretty good sized tackle box, or a pretty good sized box, I should say.
Mhm.
So he pulls it out and he kind of hefts it up onto the counter, and you hear multiple things inside kind of move around and such, and says, yeah, well, there it is.
So, yeah, Stock, remember your rod of angling?
My magic beating stick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe a chance to give you an activity that isn't so aggressive. We all decided to pitch in and get you this box that may help you use the rod of angling for, like, angling.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm really grateful, you guys.
Yeah, I have no idea what it actually does. We kind of told him to go to town on this. So, have fun figuring it out.
So it's probably going to blow up.
How much do you trust Sibo?
So it's probably going to blow up.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Sibo, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
How much would it cost to upgrade this glaive again?
To reinforce the enchantment on it, you're saying?
Yes.
So essentially, you're asking for a +2.
Yes.
Right. I'll have to think on that one.
Okay. And same question for upgrading the studded leather armor further.
Did you already do that one?
No.
No? Okay. That one's going to be...
No need to answer right now. You can think on it.
No, I do have an answer for that one.
Love you, baby. You got a nice butt. I'm going to touch it.
That's a weird thing to say to Steve-O.
That's an odd thing to say.
I'm trying to sweet talk him.
.com, save me!
Come here, little man.
You see .com, like the usually his face is really serene, just like red lights start glowing all over him.
Now we
He turned into Gur. He can turn into Gur when he gets angry.
That one's going to be 750 gold pieces for the armor, Mike.
Okay.
Aren't you going to check out the box?
You open it first. Nah, I go and open the box.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I get +5 to those.
Make a death saving throw.
Well, I rolled a 3 for a total of 8.
Okay, you take 1 point of piercing damage as the tackle box opens up and all of the lures shoot out of it. You hear Sibo start cackling maniacally back there. That's not really what it does. That was just for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I will end up making this up for you, but basically it's going to give you like a +1 to like fishing if that is something you decide to do.
Yes.
But it's also going to give you a +3 to survival checks made for finding food when you're near water.
Cool. Can I shoot a crossbow bolt at him in return? Not intending to hit him, just to shoot at him. Just between the legs.
And this is the day we lost a friend.
Yeah, go ahead.
That comes out to a total of 24.
Okay. In a blaze of speed and red lights, .com actually reaches over and he doesn't catch the bolt per se, but it goes through his hand.
And that one was for me.
Sibo makes some angry old man noises, and he says, "Well, turnabout's fair play, I suppose."
Fair is fair.
Xanalor, have you learned anything else about the gauntlet?
No, I did use it once.
Well, it won't keep him from getting cursed.
What happened? I did something with it.
You used it to cast Eldritch Blast,
Yes.
and it was you had like a +2 to hit bonus, I think.
Yeah. Oh, right, because that there's something about the context in which I used it that I like missed, and maybe it's just because I rolled poorly.
Well, it hit me.
You did roll really poorly.
Oh yeah, the flavor was like it went straighter.
Oh yeah.
So normally I have to compensate for kind of the way this blasting spell works, and it went super straight. I missed my target, so
Thankfully.
we won't know what really happens, but there's at least that.
Have you tried using? So that's a spell where you have to aim it. Yes. Have you tried using a spell where the onus falls upon the one afflicted to avoid it?
That is a great suggestion.
I do my best.
I'm going to. Ooh, that's a very good. I'm gonna try something.
Oh God.
Not right now. I'll try it in a bit.
Okay. Okay. So Mike, I will get you a cost for that, and then you can decide which or both or whatever you want to do. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to do in today's session?
I want to talk about my hat if we can.
We can do that.
This hat has 3 distinctions. One is the very first time I've ever worn it, even though I've owned it for years. It is by far the ugliest NASCAR hat I have. But much like the hat I had on last time, this was given to me by a trooper buddy of mine who was on detail at Chicagoland Speedway one day, and he got me Mr. Jeff Burton's autograph on this hat.
Huh. Damn, that's really sweet.
That's awesome.
It is the only NASCAR memorabilia I have that actually has a driver's autograph on it.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what's hilarious though is on the inside of Scott's little eye patch there is I autographed it.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
When you least expect it.
Yeah. And that's the title of this week's episode. Next week's will be I'm expecting it more now.
What to expect when you're expecting?
Yep.
I want to do the same thing I did in Baldur's Gate, like put the word around about the road in the new city and everything.
Okay.
And I want to commission some signs to be put up around that say, coming soon, what happens in Xanaloria won't follow you other places.
Oh, are you guys gonna tell, like, I shouldn't say report back to, but go to the steward and tell him what you found? What happened to Sharn?
No.
We probably should.
And he also commissioned us to talk about the demon wastes, give him some descriptives.
Let's just summon File Redfoot and make him report it.
He works for the Mages College.
So?
And
Yeah, but the Mages College works for us.
No.
I heard a question on the end of that.
Yeah.
Yep, upward inflection. It was a question.
No, I don't think it was.
So once again, the DM's trying to force his narrative onto the party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, you can think that the Mages College works for you if you want to.
I do.
That's your choice. I'm
That's
just telling you that it don't.
specifically what I want to think.
Okay.
See, problem solved. Everybody agrees.
This is the part of the story where I get too big for the britches, and then the new villain comes along and knocks me right back into place and maybe a few stations lower.
But you always have your agricultural business to fall back on.
Yeah. Like first off, just like in the show Hamilton, you needed Hamilton's hubris in order to have a dramatic payoff.
I haven't seen it yet, so
It's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
I know, but I haven't seen it yet.
Let me tell you, Scott. There's a lot of rapping. There's a lot of singing. There's a lot of hubris.
All right. So we'll call this week's session there, guys. Thanks for playing. As always, 6 Semper Lincoln Logs.